Good morning, friends. It's so good to be with you today. This is a time of gift giving and of light. It's a time of multiple spiritual celebrations, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and Christmas, and brightly lit candles for all of these celebrations. As we give gifts, let's remember that one of the most precious gifts we can give is the gift of our full presence. This gift can help the light shine within us all, like the Hanukkah and holiday candles we light at this time of year. In her new book, The Service Dec, Robin Wall Kimmerer reminds us of the beautiful consequences of true gift giving. The book tells the story of how her neighbors planted some serviceberry trees and freely shared the bounty with their neighbors, both human and more than human. She writes, "In a serviceberry economy, I accept the gift from the tree and then spread that gift around with a dish of berries to my neighbor, who makes a pie to share with their friend, who feels so wealthy in food and friendship that he volunteers at the local food pantry," and so on. You know how it goes. And of course, in the case of the serviceberry, this gift is given also to the birds and other creatures who share it by planting more seeds and growing more serviceberry trees. It all leads to abundance in the human and natural worlds. When we give a gift freely, it encourages this feeling of abundance and generosity in both the gift giver and the receiver, encouraging reciprocity and caring. Just as with the serviceberry, the gift of our presence can spread wider than we can imagine. We never know who it will touch. Sometimes it touches people we don't even know. During these holidays, the gift of presence is on many of our minds. Many of us travel to be with those we love and care about, and we miss their presence when others cannot be with us. I know this Christmas, my oldest son wasn't able to be with us because he's performing in Europe. I totally understood his not being there, but I have to admit I was sad, and everyone missed his presence. But through the mystery of technology, we were able to have his virtual presence through Zoom, like I'm able to be with you today. Zoom allows us to have the gift of virtual presence, and I'm grateful for that. Our world today is one where we are often busy and distracted. Have you ever wondered where the day went? Why you didn't get everything done that was on your list? Or how you got to your destination while not remembering the drive there? I have. It often feels like there's not enough time to get done just the basic essentials of lives. And of course, we're so busy when we're doing one thing, our mind is often already at the next thing. And then, of course, there's the constant interruptions from our phones or that message we wanted to respond to. Has any of this ever happened to you? I'm kind of imagining that it has. I know it happens to me a lot of the time, unless I'm mindful and aware. We live in a distracted world, and it takes mindfulness to be more present to our own lives and to the lives of others. I'm pretty sure I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. But my hope is if we all become more aware of our distractedness, we can become more present. I have to confess that I am often distracted. But as I was researching and writing these words, I've really made a conscious effort to be more fully present. And I think it's working a bit. So I encourage you to try it. Many theologians, including Dr. John Swinton, urge us to be with others at what he calls the speed of love, one that's much slower than that of our everyday world. I understand this speed to be the speed of the person we're with, mostly the slowing down of our lives so we can be fully present with someone, not distracted or thinking about where we need to go next. If we move at this speed of love when we are with others, we can really give them the gift of our true presence. We all need this gift, this comfort, and the love that comes from this presence. I want to briefly share with you one of my favorite stories that I might have shared with you before. An old woman was walking slowly along the edge of the sea. The night before, a terrible storm had hurled thousands of starfish up on the sand, where they were soon going to dry out and then die. One by one, this woman was picking them up and throwing them back into the sea. Someone saw her and thought she must be crazy. They asked her, "What are you doing? You can't save them all. What possible difference can this make?" She looked at them with a piercing glance and threw the next one with extra force, saying, "To this one, it makes all the difference." With that humblest of acts of our presence, we can make a difference. We can change the world, starfish by starfish. As Robin Wall Kimmerer says, we never know where the small gift of our presence goes, how it might spread throughout the world, and it might even help save someone's life. In these chaotic times, especially in this country, our presence really can help save a life or change the mood of our community, one small step at a time. As Gary mentioned during the Stones, yesterday was Trans Youth Day of Remembrance. It is a sad day that recognizes trans youth who have been murdered or died from suicide. The statistics are that trans youth suicides rise during these times of anti-trans rhetoric. And studies show that when trans youth are accepted socially, when others are present with who they really are, the youth are happier and the rates of suicide decline. Let us today always take this information in our hearts, especially for those who are marginalized. Our true presence and acceptance of them can really save their lives. As Margaret Wheatley puts it, we might question how much it matters that we pay attention to the world's suffering. Any of us who have been present with a person in pain or had someone be present with us knows that just the simple act of being present to another person can make a tremendous difference. Our full presence brings a light to others into the world. We can rekindle someone's light inside of them, or have someone rekindle ours by bringing their light to us. Being fully present with another does not mean that we advise them or fix their issues. As Parker Palmer says, the human soul doesn't want to be advised or fixed or saved. It simply wants to be witnessed, to be seen, to be heard, and to be companioned exactly as it is. And of course, it's not just others who benefit from our being fully present. Our own lives are enriched by our full presence in them. The more we are able to be fully present and appreciate the beautiful sunrise, the call of the birds, or the presence of others, the more fully we are living our own lives. Our presence can be a gift to ourselves, to others, and to the world. So, what are some ways that we can become more fully present in our lives and for others? In her book, Aging with Wisdom, Olivia Ames suggests a few ways to become more fully present with ourselves, with others, and with the world. Among them, she suggests these: the practice of silence. Maybe just starting your day quietly for a few moments with your cup of tea or coffee. The practice of stopping during the day or before you visit with someone, taking a break from what you're doing and noticing your breath and the wonder of being alive. Practicing true gratitude and finding the sacred in small things. As she says, life offers us a steady stream of small wonders, but we often are not home, not present enough with ourselves to experience them. My invitation to you today is to take one of these suggestions: silence, stopping, gratitude, or the sacred in small things, and practice them a few moments each day and see if you can be more present in your own life and more present for others. As you spread the gift of your presence and light, know that, like the service berry, it will continue to spread to others. The gift of your presence continues to give way beyond what you will ever know. The world needs us all to share the gift of our presence, to share our light, and to learn to live at the speed of love. May it be so. Amen. Aho. Ashe.